Boo, don't lick your toes. Boo Boo, don't stick your foot inside your ear and then lick your toes. Oh my God. I'm just trying to make a video here. Oh wait, my heater's on. Let's try again. Okay, that was not a great intro. Let's try one more time because I'm pretty sure I said you go on and on until you die. Let's cut. Hello everybody, it's me again, Laura. I am back yet again. I will always be back yet again, even when I'm like, I'm definitely going to make videos very soon. And then I take a little break because you know what's hard? Grief is hard, and getting out of a writing slump from said grief is hard. So we're gonna cut me some slack. I'm gonna cut everyone some slack. That's kind of what this video is about. It's going to be about how I get out of a writing slump. Grief slumps are some of the slumpiest slumps to get out of. I know this from experience, unfortunately. So I don't know why I thought I could just sort of force my way through this, but sometimes you gotta slow down, listen to the colors of the wind, and just calm down and roll with it. So let's talk about how you get out of a writing slump, asterisk, especially one brought on by grief struggles. So today it's a little rainy outside, which is actually my favorite weather, but that means it's a good day to stay inside and get some writing done or get some videos done, and we're gonna do a little of both. So here are some ways that help me get out of a writing slump. Maybe they will help you. Let's do it. So number one I'm going to share with you is embrace the slump. This means, if you want it to sound better than embrace the slump, you could say fill your creative well, but this really just meant watch a lot of TV, read a lot of books, listen to music, watch movies, all that good stuff. So I thought I would recommend some of the TV I was watching while embracing my slumpage. I love TV. So here are some excellent shows to help you when you are embracing the slump. So on Peacock, Girls 5 Eva is absolutely amazing comedy. It has music. It is just stellar. Definitely watch it to cheer up. If you also want to cheer up, I highly, highly recommend the Saved by the Bell reboot. You have the old cast members, you have the new cast members. They address some problematic elements from the first iteration of the show, and it's just genuinely funny and delightful. And for classic viewing, you have Murder, She Wrote. It's Jessica Fletcher. She's an amazing senior solving crimes. Everyone knows Murder, She Wrote is great. Moving over to Apple, I'm going to recommend Invasion, which is an alien invasion show. However, it focuses more on human drama, and we see people from all over the world. And I think a lot of people didn't like this show because it was slow and there was a lot of human drama, but there's also action and complicated relationships, and I just really enjoy it. I think they're getting a second season, which is good because we do see some aliens and whatnot, and we're gonna get to see more of those, so that's cool. Also recommending The Shrink Next Door, which is from a podcast which has Paul Rudd and Will Ferrell in it, walking the finest of lines using one of my favorite kind of New Yorkie accents, where it's like it could almost be clowny and very silly and over the top, but they're really riding that line. But the show itself is like heartrending almost to watch. I mean, I kind of knew the story from the podcast, but you can go into it blind. It's like a crazy story based on true fact. Paul Rudd and Will Ferrell are really great, and Katherine Hahn is in it. Another show I think I prefer even... I love Ted Lasso, the second season, not so much, but something up there with like feel-goodness, even though it's not so pure, is Mythic Quest, which I don't hear a lot of people talking about. But Mythic Quest is about a team of people working at a video game company, and there's like the big boss and then the smaller bosses, and there's like a host of kooky characters. They have some great bottle episodes later in the second season. Maybe they do a bottle episode each season. I don't remember. Mythic Quest, I prefer to Ted Lasso. So if you're looking for like funniness, and it is a little sharp, but it's overarchingly heartwarming and has really good messages and good storytelling, watch Mythic Quest. Now I have to take a pause because I have to go tell my mom to take her pills. I'll be right back. I don't know if this framing is the same because the camera turned off, but my mother has been pilled. The dog is prancing back into the room. These are pills you're not supposed to touch. Just take a lot of them, so it was an interesting operation, but we're back, and here are the rest of my recommendations. So for Disney Plus, I'm going to recommend Hawkeye as a delightful holiday treat. It is a Christmassy Marvel show that provides all the things you want, like over-the-top action that is wacky, that is amazing. You have solid performances, you have the drama, you have comedy, there's a dog, and other fun things that would be spoilery to mention, but if you like Marvel or you like magic and Christmas, watch Hawkeye. And now we're gonna go to Amazon, where I have some extra subscriptions because I got some of those Black Friday deals. So I think I got AMC Plus and BritBox. There's the Agatha Christie library pretty much, not everything, but they have Poirot's, they have several Marples, they have some of the standalones. I think they have some Tommy and Tuppence. They also have Agatha Raisin if you're looking for a different Agatha, which is more of a cozy mystery selection and is kind of funny, kind of cutesy. The murders can actually be a little gruesome, but it's more in the cozy vein for sure. Then there's also Inside Number 9, which might be on regular Prime too, which is an anthology series, which I've only watched a few of, but are pretty good. Sort of like short stories, like the O. Henry style kind of thing, where there's always a little twist at the end. And then I'm going to recommend, although it's kind of questionable, I Know What You Did Last Summer, the rebooted TV show version. It's not the best show, but if you want something soapy and absolutely crazy and very gruesome and graphic, I'd say check it out. I had a fun time watching it. The ending twists and turns are pretty fun. It's quite a journey, but again, I'm not saying it's great, but it's good for embracing the slumpage. And finally, one last wild card item is going to be on Showtime. You can get a free trial, but you should definitely check out Yellow Jackets, which is a great series about a girls' soccer team in the 90s where there's a plane crash, and it's basically cut between that plane crash, survival time, and then in the modern day and age when it's clear something went down while they were trying to survive. It's kind of like Lord of the Flies meets, I don't know what exactly, but there's cult stuff and spooky stuff. I'm really enjoying it, so highly recommend Yellow Jackets. So those are my TV recommendations. I've also been reading a lot of books, but I think I'm gonna do a separate video that's my favorites of the year probably. But recently, the last couple weeks, I've been going through trying to read all of one author's oeuvre, body of work. So I was reading like the body of a lot of the Lisa Jewells I hadn't read. I was reading B.A. Paris, even though I didn't love the first B.A. Paris I read, but I was reading some of the other ones, pretty addictive. Alice Feeney. So basically I've been trying to go through reading all of one author's stuff, trying to compare, contrast, see what's what in there, and that's been a great way to embrace the slumpage. And I'm writing my thriller, so it's good to see how one author kind of tackled different storylines. It's an interesting exercise. Now we're going to take another break because, again, embracing the chaos in the slumpage, my battery's about to die. So let's find the plug for this thing and continue our journey of fighting through the challenges life throws at us, even though I threw this at myself because I probably didn't charge this when I should have. So let's charge it. I'll be back. Oh my God. Someone's at the door. Why? Okay. It's fine. Hello friends, it is much later. I'm gonna continue with this video, even though it went off the rails, because one of the 5 things you do to get out of a slump is force it when it doesn't want to happen. That's further down on the list. But for now, there was makeup taking offness, clothes changingness, hours have passed, more interruptions happened, camera died, wrong charger was found, was charging for an hour with no power, then charged, got distracted, watched TV, ate dinner, etc. Now, making some instant chocolate chip cookies, and then we'll get back to the list, because when the list tries to fail you, you fail the failing and succeed. Okay, let's make some cookies. These are gonna go in the oven shortly, and then a couple are gonna go inside of my mouth. I'm gonna chew them, gonna eat them. It's gonna be great. I'll let you know how it goes. I've never had these cookies before, so hopefully it'll be a success, because you could use a win, and there's no kind of win like a cookie win. Turning butter into wine over here, folks. Again, this was supposed to be a sit-down video, but in the vein of number 1, embrace the slumpage, we're embracing the slumpage big time, having a cookies, letting what happens, and now we're gonna get back to the list after I eat my cookies and probably watch another episode of The Great. So I was making cookies, and my mom has had a disaster with some of her medical wounds, so now I get to clean and treat those.
Self-inflicted disaster.
Yeah, she did some things she shouldn't have done. It's fine. But now I don't really want to eat a cookie while she showers, so then I can tend to her stuff. Okay.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Okay. We all went through something together. I'm forever changed. It all turned out all right. We had a good laugh. but the things I have seen cannot be unseen. Yeah, so continue with this great sit-down video soon. It's all gonna be okay. I'm gonna have another cookie. Stay tuned. And now, continuing the chaos of my sit-down video, we've come to a local hotel for our anniversary because my husband and I got married this time last year, just about, in certain ways. That's a weird way to say that. It's a long story, but we were married 3 times, more or less, sort of. So far, too. So I'll just continue the video from here, show you around the room, which is stunning. This is a beautiful...
Looks like a little tree.
Grape tree. Let's finish this list of 5 things. I don't even remember what this video was. It's now sort of a vlog, but let's continue. So I think where I last left off, I was talking about embracing the slumpage of writing and watching TV, watching movies, listening to music, reading books, etc. So number 2 on the list of how I get out of writing slump is to embrace productive slumpage. So that's using all those things you just watched and read and listened to, etc., etc. Fill your creative well and work on fun new projects, and don't necessarily work on the thing that you were stuck on, though you can. But you can sort of brainstorm new ideas and chase shiny new things for a little while just to get your juices percolating again. And then it might inspire you to return to the project you were stuck on, which is what happened to me because I had an idea and I wanted to outline it, and I had all these great ideas from all these other things I had been absorbing. And then I became just inspired to write and create and work in general. So then I put that into just starting slowly and diving back into the thing I had to revise. So you go from unproductive slumpage to productive slumpage. Number 3 on my how I get out of a writing slump is to get out of the house. Right now, I happen to be out of the house in a hotel because I'm on an anniversary trip. But I really mean go to a coffee shop, go to a library, an outdoor space in this time of our lives in this world that we live in. But try to meet up with a friend to do a writing date. Just take yourself out to do a writing date. Have some coffee. Change the atmosphere you're in, and it will change your brain chemistry or whatever it does. Getting out of the house where your grief lives is nice to be in a new atmosphere. Even if you're just taking a walk, take a little journal. I don't do this, but take a little journal. Make some notes. I like to take walks with my dog, and I think and percolate, and sometimes I make notes on my phone. So yeah, just change the name of the game. Next up, I'm gonna say go real easy on yourself and treat yourself a lot. Treat yourself 2021, 2022, 2023, etc., etc. Basically, when I'm in a writing slump, I find beating myself up about not working, it's not helping anyone. It just makes me more anxious and just exacerbates the problem of not being able to do work. So I said to myself, I'm not going to write. I'm not going to, well, it's hard to say I'm not going to think about writing because you still think about it. But when I actively said to myself, this is rest time, this is recuperation time, this is time to embrace your slump, then you can fully sink into that and have an actual break instead of saying you're taking a break, but still feeling bad that you're not doing any work today or you're not thinking about your book. I am definitely guilty of saying I'm taking a rest when I'm not really, when I still want to like write a little bit or think a little bit. So if you just actively force yourself to stop, it'll really help. And when you're finally ready to actively break out of the slump, when you have that sense that you just have had your rest, you've had your rejuvenation, or you think, you know, it's been a couple weeks or a month, whatever you need, the thing to do is to jump right back in, but also to make a plan. These things might not sound quite like they go together, but I find it helps to just write a little bit as well as make your plan of attack. So meaning to write a little bit, like if you were working on a chapter or you just want to reread what you were going over and make some light edits just to get you back into the rhythm of work. I started reading a chapter and then I made some lighter edits to a section I knew I wasn't changing significantly. That got me back into the work mindset. And then I stopped and I fully plotted out my revision plan. I didn't fully plot out my revision plan, but I plotted out the part of my revision plan I was going to tackle. And then that cements you in the mindset. And then when you get back to work, you have the plan, you have the energy, you have the motivation. But really, slumps take time, and it takes active acknowledgement that you need time. Take as much time as you need, and then you'll innately have a sense of, I feel like reemerging from my cocoon of sadness. And even if you don't, like, I don't think I'd say, oh, I'm totally ready, let's do it. But I was feeling like I needed to get back to writing work. So when you have that sense, then you can ease yourself back in while also jumping right back in. These have been 5 tips plus a chaos vlog of how I am journeying out of my grief writing slump. I don't remember if I mentioned at the beginning of this video, because who knows what I started filming. But I've been revising. I'm at about a little after the end of the first act. I'm thinking of redoing my timeline, and I have a new midpoint I'm very excited about, and just playing with all these pieces, and I'm feeling a little more reinvigorated. So I'm taking a little break for Christmas, which was a couple days ago or yesterday. Time, what does time mean? And now it's anniversary time, and I hope you all had Merry Holidays. We'll have Happy New Year's. So I will see you all very soon with another video about reading or writing or something fun.